Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Life is Strange 2, where we found ourselves in quite a predicament. I wasn't expecting there to be actually a scene where they get caught by the police. For some reason, I was expecting you to have a choice, but leave it to not just Border Patrol, but vigilante Border Patrol people who rationalize their own poorly thought together beliefs in the idea that they think they're doing good for the country. But then you could also say that's a lot of the villains in Life is Strange 2, is people who have poorly rationalized beliefs, held together by just thin, barely structured strings of logic. You have like there was the man in the gas station who's like, I'm doing good for the society by abusing children. You have the people that called the police on Daniel and Sean when they were at their grandparents' house. You had the drug dealers who considered themselves providing a service to their employees.
¿Estás bien?
You have the church where where Daniel was being kept, where Daniel was essentially being held onto
Yo soy Diego.
being placed on a podium to be shown off. All the while, the preacher was denying her own daughter health care for religious reasons, and claiming her rationalization was that religion, despite the fact that she also rationalized her own healthcare accessibility. And now we have these two vigilantes over there, arrested in the other cell, who rationalize their idea of protecting the country means shooting kids in the shoulder. Heck, they might not even have been aiming at the shoulder. They might have been aiming to kill, for all I know.
Seriously? Why are you doing this? What's your problem?
Yeah.
Doing what?
You shot my 10-year-old brother!
It was a mistake. It's just a graze. The fall is what knocked him out.
Oh, you don't have to talk to him, Dad.
Hope that Campbell's almost done with the paperwork. Then we're out and we're not coming back.
Ugh. This place is fucking gross.
Hope you're done shooting kids. That's
So tired of all this shit.
that also sounds like a good thing.
¿Cuánto tiempo nos van a dejar aquí?
No.
Esta es la primera vez que intentan cruzar. Me acuerdo de nuestra primera vez. Casi morimos de sed en el desierto.
I'm not going to push my own agenda on these two.
¿Hace cuánto tiempo pasó eso?
Hace año y medio. El presidente era otro, pero los problemas de nuestro lado de la frontera eran los mismos.
Interesting political commentary. Different president, but the same problems. María. ¿Por qué?
¿Por qué necesitan cruzar tan desesperadamente? Por las mismas razones que todos. No pudimos soportar la inseguridad ni la miseria.
En México, la violencia tiene muchas formas. No se puede vivir así.
Cuando mi hermano fue secuestrado y asesinado por una pandilla, nos fuimos.
All right, this is also an interesting bit of commentary that I was not expecting in the game, is the discussion about the gang violence in Mexico. And not just like, it's not just about Sean and Daniel going down to Mexico. It's also about why people would attempt to illegally immigrate. Isn't it the easy way? My father did. Not an El Dorado. Let's talk about Dad.
Es lo que hizo mi papá. Se fue de México cuando murieron sus padres. Para ganarse la vida. Pero yo sé que extrañaba su pueblo natal.
Por supuesto. Pero seguro que tuvo sus razones para irse. Como nosotros.
No quiero desanimarte, amigo. Pero lo de México no va a ser fácil para ustedes.
Is this essentially going to be the choice? Like, do I want to choose to go to Mexico and risk living the tough life, or do I choose to stay in the US? I don't know.
Sean,
It also
has
depends
vivido en
on,
este país
like,
toda
how
tu vida con un
Daniel
padre
is
mexicano.
examined. Like,
Y
do
ahora
people
los tiempos han
recognize him as
cambiado.
having powers, and do they want
¿Cómo crees
to
que va a
try
ser
to
todo en
explain
el
that?
futuro?
Like, with Max in Life is Strange 1, nobody really sees her abilities, but nobody knows about her abilities but Chloe.
Tuve suerte que mi padre trabajaba duro, que fuimos bien integrados. Lo comprendí cuando murió, cuando me quedé solo.
Lo siento mucho, hijo.
Cuando eres extranjero, tienes que trabajar aún más duro para arreglártelas. Así funciona.
Oh, shit. Enough now. It's America. We speak English.
We're just talking.
In
Now
America,
the
we
problem
speak a lot
is
of
you
different
people breaking
languages.
into my country.
We come here to work, not steal or live at your home.
Diego.
No, I am so fucking tired. You only come here to cause trouble.
Nobody
And
asked
we
for your
have to pay for
opinions.
your welfare. You all.
No, you
For a ride.
don't.
And that makes me sick.
People, immigrants built the country, stop causing trouble, you're generalizing.
We only want work and in peace.
Yes.
I did not have
Honest
enough
job
time.
and the ability to raise our child
Both,
in a
all
safe
three of those
country.
options
That's
were...
all we're looking for.
Okay, I guess I'm
That's
gonna
what
have
you
to
people
be
always
faster
say.
in
But
the
the facts speak for themselves.
selection. My dad worked
My
hard.
dad was an immigrant, and he worked his ass off, raised a family, and made a business.
Yeah, and his son ended up in jail.
You ended
What a
up in
role
jail.
model. Thanks for proving my point.
You ended
Damn
up
right,
in
baby
jail.
girl.
You hunt us like animals.
I don't think I have a choice.
You
I want
have
the
a
safest country for my
choice.
children.
See? You love your family like us. We don't go walking hundreds of miles in the desert and risking everything for no reason. We do it for our child. A mother must understand.
No, you and your unborn parasite
On one hand-
have nothing
Oh
in
my
common
gosh.
with me
On
and
one
my
hand, like,
family.
What?
I wonder if
Maddie.
there's the idea that
What you
people like
say?
this actually exist,
see?
or are they just...
There you go.
Take it easy.
Siéntate, Diego. Solo vas a empeorar las cosas para ustedes.
Tienes razón, amor.
Like,
No,
do
vale.
people like
Whether
her
you people like
exist?
it or not,
Or am I just looking
we're
at a
not
set of
gonna give
talking
you a
points bundled up
You're in
into a
jail
video game
too.
character?
Loser.
Yeah, take that, dork.
why are we stuck down here with them?
'Cause-
You know us.
Because you're in
We're
jail.
helping you, goddammit.
Hey, you have the right to remain silent, so fucking use it, okay?
All right.
Diaz, you're up.
How's my brother?
Don't worry about him. Now turn around. Hands behind
I'm
your
still
back.
going to worry about my brother, but...
Okay? Let's move it.
Ah, the interrogation room. I wonder what options I'll have in regards to actually telling Sean's story.
All right. Sit down.
Where's my brother?
He's doing fine for a kid who got grazed by a bullet. Lost some blood. But he's tough. They're taking care of him at the infirmary. You want coffee?
Okay.
Good. Be right back.
Wise decision. Don't say no to beverages.
Fuck. What did they do with Daniel? I hope he's alright. Shit. Is it
Oh.
morning already?
Or is it evening? That's a 12-hour
Haven't seen
clock. How do you
Daniel
know?
since yesterday. Great. Now I can put on a fucking show. No point in getting these off.
Very much
There's
so.
cops everywhere. How am I gonna get myself out of this mess?
Once we have the baby, there's no way we could cross.
Well, good job then. You went to jail instead. You will be a great one.
Who's talking? Is that the woman in the cell, or...
Hope Daniel doesn't freak out in here.
Mamacita, you understand?
Or is that somebody interrogating somebody in the other room? Because this is room 2.
Hey! Let me out of here! Wait, I'm not illegal!
Nope, that's the woman from the other cell.
Citizen! Open up! Hey!
What are you babbling about now? Do you ever just not yell?
No, that's her only mode of discussion.
Your shit. If I have to come back here again, you're going to solitary. Got it?
Do they have solitary confinement in this random jail? Sir, it does not seem like you have... Oh, nope, he does. Now I'm gonna grab the coffee and
There you
splash
go.
it on his face, and then get
Looks
out and take his
like you need
keys.
Thanks.
Not in that order,
Alright.
because I'd have to get his keys first in order to get out.
Okay.
So does this mean, have I eaten anything in,
Seriously? No.
Yeah.
Shit.
Coffee's gonna make me feel so much better. At least it'll keep me up.
Too many drinks of coffee has caused Sean to need to use the bathroom. He loses a
Jeez.
quick time check because of it.
That's quite a crime spree. It's hard to believe what kids can do nowadays. Killing that officer in Seattle, assaulting a gas station clerk,
Notice how they forgot about the neighbor.
caught in another weird explosion at a pot farm in California. Then you join a religious commune in Nevada,
I wasn't actually able to join the
which
commune.
ends up burnt to the ground. And we're not even halfway down the list. One of those things
Actually,
you
we're
get away
most of the
with,
way down the list.
but not all that.
I can explain.
It sounds crazy, but I can explain.
Explain it to Agent Flores. She's on her way now.
Oh yeah,
She
wait,
spoke to
Agent
your mother.
Flores was
Who took responsibility for the church fire.
She says a lot. Who cares? You don't have any proof. Don't drag her into this, okay? She's a good person.
Hey, it's not up to me, kid.
Agent
Listen,
Flores was the some person who
I feel
talked
sorry
to
for
me
you.
in the hospital.
I really do. But denying what you did will only make things worse.
I did what I had to do. I needed to protect my brother.
I know, son. But running away from trouble is never a good solution. You know, I read the report. You claim that Officer Matthews' death was an accident, so why didn't you wait for the police?
That's what I said. I panicked, and then it was too late.
I panicked, okay? Then it was too late. We were already criminals.
Well, it's no reason to make things worse by running away, kid. Good news is, your brother's too young to be prosecuted.
Bad news
He'll
is
end up
I'm
with
old enough
your
to be prosecuted.
grandparents, if they want him. But you're facing a shitload of years between bars.
Between
he'll get a
bars or
life.
behind bars? Hold on, is that is Daniel up
What
to
I
something?
don't get is how two kids can destroy so much stuff. I mean, anywhere you went, something blew up.
They call us the Demolition
Seriously?
Men. I swear.
How?
They made a movie based on us. Except we were only played by one person.
Those were just random accidents. Yeah, it's crazy, but
Who would have
it
ever
just happens
thought?
around us.
Yeah,
Can't explain it.
that's our superpower. It's not actually telekinesis.
Listen.
It's
Once
bad
is
luck.
an accident. Twice is luck. 3 times is enemy action. Whoa!
Yeah,
What is
this
that?
sounds like Daniel is up to something.
I don't think you should.
Keep your ass in that seat.
Sean,
You okay?
Daniel, you need a
How
new
you
shirt.
Feel?
I'm okay. Just a little headache. Hold on. Dude, we gotta go.
I suppose that'll work.
Hold up.
Is he okay?
Is he?
I wanted to rescue you, but I had to use my power. I didn't want to hurt him.
He's okay. Don't worry.
Good. Excellent. So it seems that they aren't really aware of...
Come on, we gotta go.
Get us out of here!
Pues, Carla. Estoy aquí.
Sean, who are these people?
Well, Carla and Diego. They came all the way from Mexico.
Okay, hands up!
Shit!
Don't move!
Don't shoot!
Hands up!
Do not move! Wait!
Sean,
Stay back, Daniel.
Huh.
Let me think.
Sean, what do I do?
Quick! Gotta find something to stop them.
We got multiple officers down! Shoot them now!
They're gonna get
They're
us.
dangerous! Be careful!
chair.
Distract with the chair. Good luck.
Stand, fuck!
Okay. Distract with the
Good
mug.
luck, dude.
I'm scared.
What the fuck?
Fire extinguisher?
Okay, what the fuck? Do not move!
Don't do anything
This is our
stupid!
last-
Fine. There.
Put him in there. Now. Okay.
There we go. Much better.
You're the man. Now let's move.
Sean, I think our things are in there.
Open sesame.
Step
What did you
back.
do? You fucking
Nice. Don't move. I'll be right back.
Okay, but be quick.
Yeah, we don't really have that much time. Also, yeah, I think he probably... Walkie-talkie?
They must really feel threatened to put so much effort into this.
Vigilante's bag. Bones. Okay.
Come on, Sean. We gotta go.
We would be so dead if we didn't have Daniel's power. I hate that he has to use this for all this.
All right. Are we home free now? Well, we have to first
Take it
get
out,
into a
Daniel.
vehicle. Excellent.
Time to go.
Daniel uses his superpower that causes him to move objects with his mind. Sean uses his ability to drive, of which Daniel has never learned. Oh yeah, I think this is
Nobody is chasing us.
well, the department only has so many people.
Emergency! There's an all-points bulletin for every unit in the area. 2 prisoners, both teenagers, have escaped using violent force from the El Rey police station. They are considered armed and dangerous. Repeat.
Oh, is that everything we're using the police
Still going to Mexico?
Yeah.
is that what we use the police
we got
scanner
nowhere
for?
else to go.
To warn us that the police are chasing us, and that's it. And yeah, it does seem like they don't have much else, many other choices. Ooh, fireworks.
Sean, it's the 4th of July.
Huh.
Our first one without Dad.
You're right.
Remember how he was so into fireworks every year? He always made us go too early so we could get a good spot.
I know. He is so corny. He said he was proud to live in his country.
Huh. I guess that would make for a fitting image for the end of the game. Is for this the fireworks display. Like the idea of unification through national pride as opposed to exclusion.
Shit.
Why didn't we just go to the part that we had opened up?
Sean, what are we gonna do?
Sean! Sean Diaz! It's over! Don't make this worse! Get out of the car! Slow! With your hands above your head! Do exactly what I say!
So is that where Flores went? Huh.
You know that day in Seattle? The day Dad was shot? I think about it every day. And I would give anything to change what happened. But I can't. I'm sorry for my mistakes. I tried my best. I swear.
Sean,
I'm so proud of you, Nano. Just like Dad would be. We both learned a lot together. But
Okay.
You can make your own rules now. If we
I worry
surrender,
that the game is going to give
you
me a
will
choice,
separate us, Daniel.
and depending on the choice, one of these two will die.
Promise me that. You will always
Or
do
I
the
will
right
not
thing,
get any
okay?
choice, and both of them will die.
Don't waste your power. Be smart like you already are.
I don't want to be separated.
Hear me out! Please!
Or is Sean going to essentially sacrifice himself to the prison system so that Daniel
Whatever
could live a
happens.
normal life?
Always remember that you're Daniel Diaz.
You know this is
I promise, Sean.
a trap. You can trust me. Please, get out of the car. Come on. There's no way out. This is our last
So,
warning. Listen up.
how does the story of the Wolf Brothers end?
Step out of the car. Now.
Surrender, cross the border. Surrender, cross the border. Cross the border, Daniel would have to use his powers. But that also might lead to death, whether it be accidental or from the police officer's own guns. Surrender, at the very least, Daniel can live. And who knows, maybe Sean can get a good attorney. He probably won't, but there's only so many charges against him. This is a tough call. This is actually, especially considering crossing the border, definitely doesn't guarantee some sort of life. I gotta hand it to Don't Not for making a game that has such an ending that isn't easy to choose. But ultimately, I have to make a choice.
I think their story ends right here.
And then Daniel maybe gets taken in by the grandparents.
But
And then...
I could. I get it. That's not who we are.
Exactly. We're not criminals. We're just kids. And we still have time to choose what life we want to live. You're my brother. And I love you.
I love you too, Sean.
It's gonna be alright. I promise.
It's a good thing that
Promise?
Flora has decided to stop shouting at us so that we could
real
have
this
this
time?
emotional scene.
I do. We're doing the right thing. Just try and remember what I taught you. I mean, only the good shit.
I will. I swear.
On your knees! I said on your knees now!
I'm sorry, kids, that's not what I said. You'll need to get back up on your knees so then I can then order you onto the ground. That's how the system works.
I'm sorry about all this. We're gonna look after your brother.
You were not going to look
That's my
after.
word. Okay, he's ready.
Sean! No! Sean!
Oye. He's gonna be fine.
Daniel! You're not a little wolf anymore. Never forget who you are. Never.
Huh. I've been saying heh a lot this episode. Although this is the episode where everything comes to a close. Huh. I feel like I have a pretty good idea as to what's going to happen to Daniel now, but I don't have that same clarity in regards to what's going to happen to Sean. Is he going to end up in prison? Eh. So Daniel did end up getting taken in by the grandparents. Got a nice picture of them at prison. So then what kind of charges did he get charged with? I mean, did they charge him with the blowing up of the pot farm? Because that doesn't sound like a criminal act. I mean, oh no, you blew up this illegal farm where people were committing crimes. Oh. Nope, that would be Daniel. I'm like, is that Daniel or Sean? Nope, Sean is missing an eye. Oh, and he must have found... Or are those his own friends? This makes for an interesting look at the march of time. And what kind of sentence would be placed on him for the blowing up the gas station? Not to mention, like, if you look at the murder of... The only real sticking point would be the murder of the police officer. But, like, how would they even consider him guilty or not guilty? 2033. It's been 16 years? Kathleen has gotten a little bit older. Daniel has definitely got a little bit older. Kind of looks like Sean a little bit. But I think this is the appropriate choice, because at the very least, both of them can still legally live within the States. They don't have to worry about being chased by the police for the rest of their lives. Not to mention the risk that would have come with them escaping south to Mexico. Although he wasn't really that much older, I think. Nah, he's probably late 30s, almost 40 by now. He can still turn his life around. I believe in him. He made it from Seattle to Mexico, all on his own, with Daniel as a child. He can make it as an adult out of prison. He just has to believe. Is this the park at the beginning? There's his eye. Is that like a fake eye that was a replacement, or his real eye that's just been scarred over? And it's almost strange that, like, this was their time together. That they can be nostalgic about the time they spent on the road. Despite the fact that of the circumstances that caused that event, that caused them to be lost in the woods together. It was essentially their bonding moment. For better or worse. Although now it makes me wonder. I suppose because of the ending I chose, is somebody like Cassidy still out there? Is somebody like Lila was her name? Is she still out there? Are any of Sean's friends still there, or does he essentially only have Daniel? He apparently started drawing for comic books, so I wonder how much of a career he has. Is that blogger still on the road? Yep, of course. If you got the power of telekinesis, you might as well just use it for daily activities. He probably doesn't even need his keys anymore, really. To unlock or maybe even start up his car. But in the end, they end up traveling in opposite directions. Fate has brought them together, but life has pushed them apart. And that was Life is Strange 2. I liked it. I liked the story. It had plenty of its own twists and turns. It's hard for me to really say much about this style of gameplay. It's very much focused on the story beat. I feel as though there's a certain amount of subtlety that might be missing out of the story. Everything is about big drama, big emotion. Because the scenes still have to have punch. But it's still very interesting. It still keeps the characters moving along. It still keeps the story moving along. A lot of their opponents seem almost like two-dimensional talking points of political villains of today's climate, but at the same time, spend enough time on Twitter and you're bound to find those kinds of people on there. So it's still an interesting look at the arguments that are being made in today's political climate, and is very successfully intertwined with the development of the story. It kind of makes me wonder what else is going on in the universe, because you've got Max with her ability to rewind time, Daniel with his ability for telekinesis. What is causing people like them to show up? But that is not their story. It is not the story of Sean and Daniel. Their story is more personal. It is their personal journey. So, I like, on one hand, I could go back, see what else could have happened, but I'm never really into that for these kinds of games. I always argue that the story I play through is the story I get, mistakes and all. And also with these kinds of games, you very often get bottlenecked into positions. Regardless of the choices you make, Sean will always lose an eye. You will always end up at the border, wondering whether or not you should cross or should stay behind. I might go onto YouTube, see if I can find somebody else's playthrough, and see if somebody else chose to push through and see what happened there. But for now... Oh, hold on. Motion capture was done at Quantic Dream. That's interesting. Huh. That's interesting, especially considering both Quantic Dream and Don't Nod make a similar style of game in regards to Life is Strange series and Quantic Dream's own video games. But I did not realize that they actually helped out with the making of the game. So yeah, Life is Strange 2. If I was going to give it some sort of score, some sort of rating, 8 out of 10. It was good. If you like games with interesting stories, this is definitely up there. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.